Equestria's Greatest Fear by bestboy613. The tags for the story are gore, tragedy, and dark. Nightshade was a normal, happy colt. He had a bright future in magic ahead of him. He was strong and had great shadow power. So it only seemed right that he would help out in his community. As he was building a house, he swung a 2x4 around as Derby was walking by and hit her in the face. And her eyes never refocused, and as punishment, Celestia had Luna enter his dreams and show him his worst fears 10 times over. Nightshade's mind broke, and he woke up insane. The ponies that star in the story are Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, Derpy Hooves, original characters, and the main 6. A villain is born, with 567 words. Nightshade's mother, Featherhope, was talking with his father, Red Knight.
So, we name him Nightshade?
Yes, he will earn a second name later. She trotted over to the crib and looked down at the little colt. His mane was red, with streaks of black.
He is going to be a hit with the mares.
Well, he does have my looks. Featherhope nudged him playfully and nuzzled him as they looked down to the small pony. They both knew one day he would do great things. You know what? They were right. Time went on, and Nightshade started to develop. On his 5th birthday, he could lift a small rock with his magic and throw it at his father. That's my colt. Nightshade giggled and continued to practice. Celestia had offered to accept him as a student, but Nightshade's speciality was shadow magic. Ooh! This concerned Celestia and Luna. They both walked into a room in the castle and talked.
There hasn't been a shadow pony since Sombra was defeated.
Yes, sister, there certainly is.
Concerning. We must keep a watchful eye on this one. We can't let another Sombra come out.
Luna nodded and flew off to her chambers. It was still during the day and was strange for Luna to be awake at this hour. Sombra faded in the light as Nightshade played with his father, but as Nightshade went in, Sombra followed. Being only a ghost, Sombra couldn't force the colt to do anything, but he could bend his young mind to his will. He appeared before Nightshade and looked down at him.
Who are you?
My name is Sombra. You are like me, young stallion. The shadows, they speak to you, don't they? Nightshade nods.
Yes, they tell me I'm very powerful. They whisper things to me.
Sombra smiles, but fades as Red Light walked in.
Who are you?
Wait, Red Light's the father, right? Who are you talking to, son?
The big stallion. He said his name was Sombra.
Red Light's eyes widened as he pulled Nightshade and Feather away from the small hut, and they traveled to Canterlot. They stopped on the side of the road to rest. As Celestia lowered the sun and Luna raised the moon, Nightshade fell asleep. Luna took this opportunity to enter the young colt's dreams and see what his future would be like. She saw Nightshade as a fully grown stallion cut down a pony with an axe, and to her great horror, he licked the blood from the axe and began to chop at the rest of the pony. First the neck, then the legs, then with each sickening thud, the body became less recognizable. He then took a piece of wood that was on fire and threw it at a window, burning every pony inside. Luna left his dream and waited for Celestia to wake. As she began to wake, Luna walks in.
Sister, I have some very disturbing news.
Celestia pulled the cup of tea from her mouth.
Tell me, sister.
Luna told her of the dream and showed her. Celestia dropped the cup and it shattered on the ground.
Oh my god.
Another long ellipsis.
Bring him to me. We must make sure it never happens.
I am having a good time. Canterlot's newest resident, with 339 words. After seeing the dream, Celestia had every guard looking for Nightshade and his family. They searched frantically before they finally found the small family and brought them to Celestia. Celestia, I have some bad news. Oh wait, there was another long ellipsis there. I have some bad news, Red Knight told Celestia.
So do I. Go ahead and tell yours.
Yesterday. I believe Nightshade talked with Sombra. Her eyes widened in disbelief as she pulled the parents aside and told them of the dream. Nightshade kept to himself, but a little yellow filly peeked out at him.
Hi, I'm Nightshade.
The filly came out just a bit more.
I'm Fluttershy.
He moves a bit closer to her and she backed up.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay. Oh, good.
She smiled and walked up to Nightshade. A small shadow rabbit hopped up.
Oh, wow. I didn't know I could do that.
Fluttershy petted the creature hesitantly.
What are you going to name him?
Nightshade looked down in concentration and then looked up.
I'll call him Shade.
Both of the young ponies played with Shadow Rabbit and became friends. As Celestia walked over, the rabbit scampered away.
Ah, Fluttershy, I see you've met Nightshade. Would you run along, please? I need to speak with him. Okay, bye, Nightshade.
She said as she trotted off. Nightshade turned to Celestia.
You are a very special colt, Nightshade. You are gifted with the shadows, so we wish for you to stay here and learn to control and use this power.
Nightshade nodded and said goodbye to his parents. He wouldn't go back to Everglade Forest. Canterlot was his home.
Miss Celestia, where do I stay?
She thought for a bit, then looked at him.
You may stay here until you build a house of your own.
Nightshade nodded happily and trotted along. He was Canterlot's newest resident.
Yeah.